Hakeem Burroughs has a criminal history that spans at least 15 years. He's been convicted of a sex crime, then years later for his role in a man's murder. 6 months ago, investigators say he escaped from a facility here in Baltimore. The U.S. Marshals Service now joining the search. December 12, 2023, Baltimore. Hakeem Burroughs is serving the remainder of his prison sentence for volunteer manslaughter at Volunteers of America, a reentry facility that aims to help inmates transition back into society. But on this day, investigators say Burroughs disappeared from the facility and hasn't been seen since.
He left the halfway house not to return. He was placed on escape status.
The U.S. Marshals Service taking us back 8 years. June 2016, Washington, D.C. Investigators say Burroughs and another man get into an argument. Over what? Unclear.
Eventually, that verbal altercation turned violent.
When the victim turned his back, investigators say Burroughs pulled out a gun.
Burroughs pulled out a firearm and shot him in the back 3 times,
killing him. Burroughs is later sentenced to 8 years in prison, followed by several years probation for the crime. The judge weighing the offense and the 33-year-old's criminal record, which dates back to 2009. Investigators say Burroughs has a number of arrests for robbery, assault, theft, and in 2013 was convicted of a sex crime against a minor.
And he was actually found guilty of sexual abuse of a minor. And as a result, he's classified as a Tier 3 sex offender in the state of Maryland and required to register for life.
Investigators say Burroughs is also known to violate his probation, and did, following various convictions, including for the sex offense, for robbery and assault, and for a threatening to kidnap conviction.
Burroughs is a violent individual with an extensive criminal history that dates back more than a decade.
Fast forward to 2023, as Burroughs, a convicted sex offender and felon, is nearing the end of his sentence. Investigators say he escapes from the facility, this leading to his failure to register as a sex offender. Burroughs now wanted by federal and local police.
This individual is wanted by both the federal and local police departments. He's wanted at the federal level for escape and at the local level for failure to register as a sex offender. It is absolutely in the interest of public safety we get him off the streets.
Investigators warn Burroughs is known to be violent and unpredictable.
The strongest indicator of future behavior is past behavior. This individual has demonstrated the propensity for severe crimes of violence. He's thumbed his nose up at the law, and he's going to remain on the run until we take him into custody.
Take a good look. Burroughs stands at approximately 5'10" and weighs about 160 pounds. Investigators warn he is known to have violent tendencies, likely still here in the Baltimore region or Washington, D.C. If you have any information regarding his whereabouts, you're asked to contact the U.S. Marshals Service. The tip line number, 1-877-WANTED-2. Or you can contact agents directly at 202-819-5058. Update: the convicted armed robber who investigators say also escaped from this reentry facility has been captured. Just 2 weeks after appearing on Maryland's Most Wanted, Kavan Iraqs was taken into custody. Investigators say Iraqs was arrested in Washington, D.C. June 1st after police there responded to a domestic disturbance and quickly realized he was wanted.
As it turns out, Iraqs was involved in numerous domestic disturbances while he was on escape status.
So Metro Police were responding to a call he was involved in, and they realized he was wanted.
This individual was afforded the opportunity to reintegrate back into society and become a law-abiding citizen. Unfortunately, he decided to do otherwise and ultimately put the public safety at risk.
Iraqs is one of more than a half dozen people to escape from Volunteers of America, prompting questions about the reentry facility, including how inmates are selected and the threat to public safety. If you recognize any of our fugitives, remember, you can always remain anonymous and you could earn a reward. I'm Alexa Ashwell, and this is Maryland's Most Wanted.